This morning on The Dish, a 4-year journey that took an 18-year-old British girl from her parents' kitchen to the creation of a highly successful bakery. In their new book, Breadsong, Kitty Tait and her father Al share the recipes and love that brought their family back from the brink. Imtiaz Tyab went to the English town of Watlington to meet them.
It may just be the smallest town in England, but residents of Watlington will tell you one of the greatest things to come here since sliced bread is the Orange Bakery, where Al and Kitty Tait, a father and daughter duo, whose bake shop has developed a cult following as they experiment with ingredients to make the perfect bake.
This is wild garlic pesto.
Wild garlic pesto.
We went foraging yesterday for the wild garlic.
You foraged for it?
We did. The first time we foraged for it, we managed to pick grass.
Okay.
Not a pesto.
It's got quite a kick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is so good. You can definitely taste the garlic.
Yeah, you're not going to go kissing anyone afterwards.
The Tait's journey to master baker started in what was one of Kitty's darkest periods. In 2018, at just 14 years old, she fell into a deep depression.
I couldn't get out of bed and I couldn't function and I couldn't eat, and there were all these different things going on in my head that I just didn't understand and I didn't know why they were there.
I mean, Dad, this must have been so hard as a parent to see in your child.
Yeah, it was horrifying, quite simply.
Kitty's depression was so crippling she couldn't go to school anymore, so Al left his job at Oxford University to care for her.
So, what helped you get through the days?
One day I watched Dad make a loaf of bread, and he got a bowl and he mixed flour, water, salt, a tiny bit of yeast, and he put a tea towel over the top. And then the next morning, he took the tea towel off and he put it into a tin and he baked it. But it was this really lovely golden loaf. And it was so simple, but it just made me feel safe. And that in that moment, really, I fell head over heels in love with bread.
A love that led Kitty to bake loaf after loaf after loaf. A skill which quickly inspired her to launch her very first pop-up.
And about half an hour before the pop-up, the whole town was just empty. It was so nerve-wracking and slightly heartbreaking. And then I opened the door and there was about 60 people stretching all the way down the high street. And we sold out of everything within, I think it was 28 minutes.
Yeah. Wow, 28 minutes, and what was going through your mind?
Not a lot, but at the end I suddenly realised that I could do this.
This wasn't your calling.
Yeah, this wasn't something that was helping me get through depression and anxiety. This is what I wanted to do.
So Kitty and Al turned to Kickstarter with this one-of-a-kind, very orange-themed fundraising video.
Within 48 hours, we had hit our target.
But they also needed a business plan, and who better to ask for advice than the founders of San Francisco's beloved Tartine Bakery.
So I managed to track down Chad Robertson and his wife, Liz Pruitt. So I started to write letters just saying that I love their book, how much it helped me. And then one day I looked at my Instagram and I saw that they were following me. And then Chad sent me a message, and Liz Pruitt, when I did the crowdfunding, put it onto her Instagram story. And I'm still so thankful to them.
Gratitude, which inspired Kitty and Al to author their own book of recipes called Breadsong. A title inspired by the snap, crackle, and pop of bread fresh out of the oven. One of their most popular breads is made using one of Kitty's favorite ingredients, miso, the Japanese fermented soybean paste.
And then one day I was like, okay, I love it so much, why not just fold it into the dough?
Yeah, and it's
my
also
favourite bread.
really beautiful. Like, you can actually see it in the crumb.
You get this amazing red miso swirls. Look, you get a little patch here, and it makes the bread incredibly moist too.
Right. I mean, miso and a loaf of bread baked, it's just not something I would ever even think about. You could just see that right through there. That beautiful miso just layered through.
Kitty's sense of humor is baked into several of her creations, including these.
Here we've got corgi butter butts.
Corgi butter butts. As in butt.
But
The
as
butt
in-
of a corgi.
But
Because you have a corgi.
because I have a corgi, so I have a corgi.
The queen's beloved breed of dog.
Exactly. So it's this really soft, fluffy brioche, and then with a bit of pearl sugar, which is like rock salt, but like rock sugar, and choc chips for the paws. I take her cheeks like a cracker.
Oh, it is. There you go. Hey. How cute is that?
So cute.
This is so good. I mean, it's just good. It's chewy, it's sweet. The sugar just really gives it a nice crunch to it. I mean, just, it also kind of tastes a bit like childhood, right?
For Kitty, the crippling depression she endured as a 14-year-old will never be entirely gone, and awareness she finds strength in.
I lovely and bubbly.
This whole journey started because of mental health. What do you want to say to those who might be struggling?
It can get better, and I don't know exactly when, but I know that it will. And actually, all the stuff that is you're going through, it does make you stronger because it means that you can understand others. It's just something that is extra, like an extra flavour to the bread.
For CBS Saturday Morning, Imtiaz Tyab, Watlington, Oxfordshire.
We love her, we love her, we
Oh my
love her.
gosh.
And
How joyful.
I mean,
know.
to see that and that it was depression that brought her to
Yeah.
bread in the first place, her father leaving his job for her. Success, success, success,
Yeah.
whatever it takes.
That smile
Beautiful family.
alone. I mean, you just want to just eat her up. You know, she's so adorable.
I want to eat the bread.
I was just gonna say, I wanna eat up
you
the
could
bread.
You could eat her
And
or
the
the bread. But
and the bread.
Yeah,
And the
she's
bread.
fantastic.
She really is.
Imtiaz, nice job.